Top of the morning, Washington Commanders Nation. Yesterday, the franchise tag deadline took place yesterday afternoon, and Washington, as promised by General Manager Adam Peters, did not place the franchise tag nor transition tender on anyone on the roster. The most notable player that could have received such from Washington, Cam Curl, starting safety, one of the best players on our defense, going into a contract year. He is now going to be a unrestricted free agent, and I think that is all by design. I think Adam Peters, the way he views this current situation here, he sees there are guys here. There's definitely some talent on the roster, but there is no need to go out and hamstrung yourself to anybody on this roster. The safety franchise tag number is set at $17 million. That would make Cam Curl one of the highest paid safeties in the entire league. And while the guy is very consistent, he's available for the most part. Started 16 games this year, 16 games his rookie year, 16 games his sophomore year. Only had 1 year shortened to injury, which was 2022 when he only played in 12 games. But that was going to probably be his breakout season. He's progressed and he's been a steady contributor to the Washington Commanders defense since he got drafted here. I love a rags to riches story. I love the ascension of a seventh round guy coming in immediately, becoming an integral part of a defensive unit and the heartbeat of our secondary over the years. Not only that, Cam has exhibited exactly what you want out of one of your voices and ambassadors of your program. Never gave us any issues off the field. He rides or dies for his teammates and coaches, even when shit goes south. You never seen Cam be an unhappy camper. You never seen Cam have effort issues. You've never seen Cam throwing diva-like tantrums or fits. He plays hard every week, but the thing with Cam Curl's game, I believe his game does have limitations. He's not the most twitched up or athletic safety, and that's probably why he fell to the seventh round the year he came out. But he's a very solid safety. I just think he lacks some of the chutzpah, the baller gene to create plays. He's not a playmaker. And when you want to offer a safety a contract north of 15 up to 17, 18 million dollars a year, you want some type of ball production from your starting safety. And Cam, he got 3 picks his rookie year in 2020, but he has not caught an interception since. He's had a couple chances to, but he has not caught an interception since the lockout year. I mean, the pandemic year. Like, there were no fans in the stadium the last time Cam Bam caught a pick. And not saying he's trash, because he's not. He's not even average. He's above average. He's a top 12 safety in this league. But the ball production is definitely something Adam Peters and company will bring to the negotiating table. Like, why would we give the franchise tag to someone who has caught 0 interceptions in the last 3 seasons and recovered 1 fumble last year, forced 1 fumble last year? Ball production matters. I know the eye test and responsibility, like, as much communication gaffes and missed assignments as this defense has, I will say Cam Curl is not usually the culprit. He's not the guy. He's actually one of the few glue pieces that holds this defense together. So when things are going right, it's usually because Cam Curl. But the problem here is we were the worst defense in the entire NFL, and our pass defense was probably the worst in the entire league. Why would we go out and make a priority of anybody in that secondary? I think there's a fair offer Washington could give to Cam Curl. And I think his true value here would sit around 12 and a half million a year. I would do something like 4 years, 50 million, give him 28 million guarantee like 2 and a portion years on the contract. 4 years, 50 million. Seems like a more than fair deal for Cam Curl. But I like the idea of letting the player go test exactly how much the league loves you on the open market. I'm all for it. Play your process out. Cam, if you feel like you can get a boatload of money on the open market, go test your market, have your agent work the phones. We will keep in contact with you because we are interested in bringing you back. You're definitely a key contributor to this defense, but we can't back up the Brinks for you, my boy. We cannot back up the Brinks and make Cam Curl one of the top 3 to 5 safeties in the entire NFL with such lack of ball production. Just think about it. Twitter fingers Quan Martin, our rookie second round pick, who took about a fourth to half the season to even become a part of the lineup. He caught 2 picks in his rookie year. That is 2 times the amount of interceptions Cam Curl has caught in the last 3 seasons. And that looks damning in the light. Cam is nice. Cam is solid. Cam is consistent. We all want Cam back. And also, Cam is a goddamn locker room guy. I've had the pleasure of having Cam Curl on the podcast. Doesn't have too much to say, but he's all about ball. He's all about his teammates and he's all about his family. We all know Coach Curl, Greg Curl. His father be on Twitter mixing it up with all of us, with all the common folk on the X app. He wasn't too happy that the team didn't post a happy birthday to Cam a couple days ago. Cam's 25th birthday just came up. Greg was not happy about that. Even the Chicago Bears wished Justin Fields happy birthday yesterday when the whole goddamn world knows he's getting traded out there pronto, ASAP, and as soon as someone offers any competent value for it. Greg Curl was not a fan of that. But Greg, he speaks his mind, but he's not out here on his pageant dad shit. He speaks his mind for his son. He rides for his son, but he's not out here trying to dictate and put his LeVar Ball fingerprints all over the process around Cam. He lets Cam be Cam. And Cam is a laid-back dude. He just cares about ball, his cars, and kicking it. He's from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and he's a simple dude, man. He's a simple guy, but he does have a payday awaiting. Will it be here in Washington? We shall see. He, as you can see right here on his Twitter feed, his last 2 posts. Yesterday, in the waning moments after the tag deadline, he chucked up the deuces, threw up a peace sign, and then he put a crying, laughing emoji a couple hours after that. Because as far as we know it, this is not even a cryptic message. This is the fun part about being a sports fan, is that we live, breathe, and die on everything that these athletes post. They have lives and they are humans too. He could be doing anything in the world right now. That piece could have nothing to do with any of this. But as fans, we grasp, we reach, and we hold on to any information that feels like ties us into their lives and ties it to the narrative we want painted about our favorite teams and players. And we jump to conclusions. I'm talking we Olympic style high jump to conclusions every single time. But I mean, Cam's last 2 retweets will also tell you that he feels a way about a lot of the narrative being painted around him. Calvin Ridley, another upcoming unrestricted free agent of the Jacksonville Jaguars, he tweeted, "Boys make these accounts and play GM. Everybody know ball now." And he's talking about guys like me. He's talking about guys like you. He's talking about everybody on social media because we all have a platform to state our opinion. We are now in such a digital world where guys like myself can monetize fandom, can build a platform of being a passionate fan with an opinion. And am I an expert? Fuck no. Never would claim to be. Am I credentialed media? No. Can get a credential. I'm not one, but I'm allowed to have my opinions. And I remember when Cam had a little head-butting. He butt heads with my boy Josh Taylor on the timeline about a missed assignment that Josh called out on Twitter. I do say one thing. I love our players. Don't argue with fans after we lose a game. Like Cam, Jeremy Reeves, Quan Martin, Pran Mantis Forbes. After we lose a game, I promise you there's a lot more that should be on your mind than searching your name on the Twitter app and getting Twitter fingers active and coming at fans for being upset about the product they pay for. We are the paying customers, and we were here before the players. We will be here after the players. We're allowed to feel however we see fit. Sure, fans need checking sometimes. Fans don't need to be checked after you just lost by 30. And we just watched you in 4K let niggas eat turkey wings on you on national TV with 6 minutes left on the clock. All I ask out of our players, don't go search your name after Twitter. That's just not the best approach to decompartmentalizing after you just got your ass whooped in a football game. But back to the main subject. These tweets may not have anything to do with anything. They seem like they might. They're implied that they might, but we could be on our way to watching Cam Curl go elsewhere because new coaching staff, new front office, they are not entitled to bring anybody back. Dan Quinn knows how important Cam Curl could be to the defense. Adam Peters said, yes, we're going to keep constant communication with his team, his agent, etc. But Cam posting them deuces on Twitter could also mean he knows more than us because they're directly talking to the team already. So the team could have already told him, we will be moving forward with you. We wish you the best of luck in your endeavors elsewhere. They may have already gave them the deuces as well. So it may be a mutual parting of ways. I would offer him a 4-year, $50 million contract to be a part of this recalibration of Washington football. It would be nice to go in having a starting strong safety that you can depend on. But I think the route that we may end up going is a little bit older, experienced, probably significantly cheaper person that's played in the scheme before. I'm talking about Jaron Kearse out of Dallas to come play strong safety for probably half or more than half less of what Cam Curl's expected to get on the open market. But I think we may have seen the final days of Cam Bam in DC. And if so, I appreciate what you put on the field for us, my boy. I appreciate that I was able to interview you on my podcast, kick it with your father on social media. And if it is sayonara to you, Cam, I wish the Curls the best of luck. And I hope he goes out and has an all-pro type run for the next couple years in his career because Cam is a real one. Cam is a real one. He's wore the burgundy and gold proud over these last couple years. He's never embarrassed us. He's not out drag racing with his teammates like some of the guys on the roster. He's never had any legal issues, and he's never had an issue of effort or communication since he's been here. So for that, I will show gratitude. We appreciate what you did here in DC. If it's time for you to move on, Cam, we ain't mad at you because we're in the season of new, and with 20 impending free agents, our roster is going to look drastically different when we get to August and September after roster cuts are made. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do y'all think Cam is leaving? Do y'all think Cam is staying? And what do you feel like is a fair extension Washington should offer for Cam Curl? Let your boy know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. You know all the drills. And you know if you want the realest, you come over to this channel because we're going to give it to you from the unscripted, unfiltered, objective, fanalist opinion of Commander Rio. You know the vibes. Hell to the Washington Commanders. Until next time, deuces.